Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me using the products I pulled for this week's makeup basket. So I have everything here. I will tell you guys I did not play with one of the palettes this week, so I think I'm just going to put that back into my shop, my stash for another week's rotation. I've had so much fun playing with the other palette, the Armed and Gorgeous palette. I love that one, so I couldn't keep my hands off of it. I know everybody was talking about how the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palettes weren't that good, but honestly, I've had a good time using that palette. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. We're going to first start by priming my face. Actually, no, we're going to start by using this lip product here that one of my lovely friends sent me. So I'm going to try this. I'm not trying it out. I've already used this and I love it. I love the way it smells. It's supposed to be like banana. It's Hawaiian banana. Oh my gosh, you guys know I love my banana stuff. So we're going to put a little bit of this on. I do have a tiny breakout, which looks a lot larger on video. I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks huge. So I'm going to put some of this on and we're just going to start on our makeup routine. I'm also going to be doing a YouTube tag. This is I printed the questions out because I was like, this is easier. This is the Truthful Youtuber tag, and this is about sponsorships, blocked words, and more. So I saw Samantha March do this, and then also Mel Thompson did this video. So I thought we go ahead and do that since we're done with all of our assumptions, so we can do something a little bit different with today's Get Ready With Me. So I'm going to be talking about these questions and giving you guys my thoughts, my opinions on these questions. Actually, not opinions. These are going to be truthfulness, right? So we're going to spread the truth today. So first thing I'm going to do is prime my skin. So I'm going to go into my little basket here. I've got everything in here. I've got a mess actually, so I put too many things in this little container this week. So I'm going to use the JCat Beauty. This is the H2O Fresh Dewy Base Primer. This smells so good, guys. Oh my gosh, I love the way this smells. It is oil free and it's supposed to be hydrating. I've used a lot of this actually this week, so it's been very good. I love it. So I'm going to put this on my skin. I probably should have showed you guys what it looked like. I'll put a little bit more on my hands. It's blue colored and it smells like men's cologne, which is probably not good for your skin. It's probably maybe where my breakout came from. So, because it's got definitely a perfumey smell to it or a cologne smell to it, but I love it. I don't know why, but I'm like, oh, that smells so good. It smells like I'm putting men's aftershave on. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's the men's Nivea. Maybe that's kind of what it is. I don't know. So I'm just gonna rub this in. It's very like not emollient. It's very like I can't even light. It's very lightweight and like it sinks in very easily into my skin. Oh my gosh, it just feels good. It smells good. It's nice and cooling. So if you need that cooling effect onto your skin, this feels very, very nice. Let me show you what it looks like as well so you can see. So it pretty much is the same color as the packaging here. So I'll show you. I'll put a little in the back of my hand. So there's what it looks like. It's pretty much, like I said, the same color, and it smells absolutely amazing. So if you guys have not tried this before and you don't mind putting something on your face that definitely has fragrance in it, it says a lightweight moisturizer and a base primer that is infused with chamomile, green tea, and ginseng root to create the perfect canvas and give your skin a radiant boost. I don't know if there's actually perfume in here. Let me look. I'm trying to find if there actually says fragrance anywhere. Ginseng root. I don't see perfume, so it may just be, the smell of it may just be the actual different roots and stuff they have in it, so that might be what it is. But it says that it definitely has some what is it called, glycerin in it, so that's what's giving it a little bit of a slip to it, but it's not enough to where sometimes when I use things on my skin that have glycerin or these silicone types of products, they feel like they peel up on my skin, and this does not do that. This is really nice, and JCat Beauty is not very expensive at all, so that makes me even more happy. So now we're going to be using my foundation. This is the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. This is the Brightening Complex. I have the shade L4N. I have two different shades here. I will tell you guys that while I've been using this week, the little concealer that I pulled to use is a little dark. So compared to the two, like this is pretty light and this is pretty dark, but it works. So I don't know why, but it just works. So we're going to go ahead and put this on. And this reminds me of like the Tarte Shape Tape because it's got like that big old wand to it. So I'm going to put some of this on my skin here. I've got a lot to cover. I've got a lot of redness going on today for some reason. I'm going to push my hair back. I probably should have gotten like a hair little thingy. That probably would have been smart so I don't get it all in my hair. I dip in quite often, I feel like, with this, so that's the only thing. I feel like I have to keep dipping to get enough of the product, which I might be putting too much on. That might be part of the problem. But I feel like it's such a lightweight coverage that I need to keep dipping, because otherwise I feel like it doesn't give my skin enough coverage. So I'm going to be using my Real Technique sponge. So you can see already that's not really full coverage at all. So that's why I've been dipping in it pretty often. Okay, so the first question on here says, have you ever received a product, tried it, didn't like it, and then decided not to review it? Actually, no. Because if I try a product out, whether I like it or if I don't like it, I will come on here and tell you guys about a product, whether it be in like a fails type of video or an empties video. Everything that I receive from a company does get reviewed on my channel. I have not received anything that I have not reviewed, so I don't receive a whole lot to begin with. So I'm like not a very big YouTuber. I don't get a whole bunch of PR or anything. So even if I did receive a bunch of PR, I would still try the products out and then let you guys know in either a get ready with me or an empties or something, and let you guys know whether or not a product worked, because I don't like to just get products and be like, yeah, I'm gonna try it out and then never tell you guys about it. I've done a video recently on it's about period panties, and my husband says you shouldn't upload that, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to upload it, because as women we all have periods. So it's something that I'm like, I'm not worried about uploading it in because of like getting it or anything. I'm not worried about what people are going to think about it, because I think that, like I said, all women have periods, so I'm not really worried about it. He's just worried that my son's going to watch it, and I'm like, well, just tell him not to watch that video. Don't watch that video. When you see the one where it says period panties, don't watch that. So anyway, that's the one thing I have received recently that I've tried out, and I will tell you guys a little hint about it. It works really well for me, and I love the way that for me, I always have to wear like a pad and a tampon, and for this, when I was trying out these panties, no problems. So I will go ahead and give you guys that up front, because it did work really well for me. Okay, so there's what it looks like so far. I'm just going to keep on making sure I got this rubbed in really well. It gives my skin such a dewy look. Do you see how dewy my skin looks? It looks really pale right now though. It'll look pretty pale. I think every time I put foundation on, I forget that it's matching my neck and it's not matching my face, so it always makes me look so much paler. But then, and when you look at it in person, it's not that pale, so that's really good, at least that it's actually matching my neck and not matching my face. I'm gonna put a little bit more on because I do have a little bit of redness over here, but anything that doesn't get covered with this, we'll use the concealer with it. So I think right there is all we really need, just those two little spots. So I do like this, but like I said, I think I have to use quite a bit of it, and I feel like it's just, I hate that sound. It's just a very lightweight foundation. So if you like a more lightweight foundation, you might enjoy it. But for me, I do have quite a bit of acne scarring going on that I need to try to cover. Or I don't need to cover. You don't have to cover it, so I could leave it like it is. No big deal. Okay, so that part is done. The next question is, product you use alone but don't show or use online. So everything I use, I pretty much talk about or I show you guys. I don't really hide anything from you guys. It's not like I feel like maybe, I don't know, I'm trying to look around my room. Is there something that I use that I don't talk about? No, honestly, I mean, everything that I use, I talk about. Everything I've ever tried, I've talked to you guys about it. So maybe like my camera equipment, I don't really talk about all that all the time, but that's about it. I mean, I use everything I use, I talk with you guys about. I let you guys know whether or not it's working or not, so I don't have nothing to hide. Now we're going to use the Tom Ford. This is the Eye Primer Duo. So basically this is your cream in the bottom, and then the top has a powder. So I'm going to use this on my lids. Gonna pat this on. I like to just pat it on like this, and then go in with the beauty sponge and just make sure that it's nice and smoothed out. Smooth it over. You guys like my shirt? Got it at Wally World. I thought it was gonna fit well, but in the arm area it's really tight. I'm like, I don't know about the arm area. I always have problems with shirts like in the arm area My arms, I don't know if they're just, I don't know why, but I just do. I have a problem with arm shirts. If that made sense. Should we try this out today? I've had it for a while and I've used it before, but I just recently washed it again. No, because it's a pain in the butt, honestly. The only time it's good for is like if you were doing somebody else's makeup, but to do your own makeup, it doesn't work that well. Basically, this is like something you can take your brushes and you can clean your brushes off on it as you have it on your arm. So like if you're doing somebody else's makeup, it comes in really handy, but let's not use that. Let's find my cleanser or my thing. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna do it simply. And we're gonna get a little pink cloth and lay it on my lap like I normally do. I can't find my other thing, the color switch. Now I'm going to take the sponge and just tap over these that I just laid down just to make sure it's nice and smooth. Nice and smooth out. And then we're gonna go in with some powder. Gonna set my lids with some powder. I'm gonna use a giant brush. I've noticed some of the YouTubers using a big brush to set their lids with, and I'm like, that's a really good idea. So I'm gonna use this highlighting brush. I'm gonna use this to set my lids with and see if that makes a difference. I don't know that it's gonna make a difference, but we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out this way. Okay, so they're set. Actually, that goes really quick, actually, so maybe that is a trick to it. The next question is number 3, products you won't buy because you don't support the brand. I don't think there's anything that I wouldn't buy because I don't support a brand. I know a lot of people don't support like Jeffree Star, but honestly, it's not that I support him, but I mean, I do like his products. He's got some good products. I'm going to use the Milani Ez Brow. This is not my favorite. It makes my brows look pretty orange. But I don't think there's a brand that I wouldn't support, honestly. I think that brands, maybe, what was that one? Oh my gosh, the one that made a huge deal. Oh, Z Palette. I don't support Z Palette because Z Palette pretty much called all their customers stupid, and I'm like, no. So I definitely, maybe that would be the company that I wouldn't support. I do have some Z Palette products because they were like in like boxes and stuff, but I haven't purchased actually Z Palettes. So I don't think that would probably be the brand that I wouldn't support. That would be the one, I think. That would be the only one I can think of offhand anyway. So do you see how it makes my brows look a little bit orange, a little bit green almost? It's weird. I don't know if I like this or not. And it seems really like waxy almost, like a crayon. This is not my favorite brow product, for sure. This is one that I feel like I can declutter after this week. Actually, I have probably one other video I can use it with, and then after that, it's gonna get decluttered. It's gonna get decluttered because it's not my favorite, for sure. It doesn't work very well for me, and I feel like it's too waxy and it looks orange. It makes my brows look like I have like Ronald McDonald brows or something. Not that there's anything with Ronald McDonald. His hair color, because I've had that hair color before, to be honest with you. I've had every different hair color. I've had everything from blonde to orange to black to, oh my gosh, you name it. I've had every different hair color. I used to love experimenting with my hair. So I'm going to take my beauty sponge and see if I can help clean that up a little bit though. Because it is quite yucky. Quite yucky. It looks a little bit better. What do you think? I can do the rock eyebrows. I can't do it when I... Wait a minute. No, I can't do it. Do you smell what the rock is cooking? So there's the rock eyebrows for you. Number 4, do you have any blocked words? I do. I have many words that are blocked actually. Like anything that's racist, anything that has to do with your sexual preferences, anything like that I have blocked just because I feel like it's not necessary. You don't need to use those words. So I have a few curse words blocked as well because my kids do get on my YouTube channel and watch my channel, and if there's a comment on there, I don't want them seeing that stuff. So I do have blocked words. So I'm using the Armed and Gorgeous palette. Like I told you guys, this palette is, oh, I love it. I'm gonna go in with, what is this, Secure. I'm gonna go in with Secure here. I'm gonna start using that in my crease. The next question is, do you delete comments? If so, why? I have only deleted, maybe out of the entire time I've been on YouTube, I've only deleted 2 comments. And one was a reference to my family, which was weird. The other one was a one that was just really rude. It was completely rude to me, and it was not cursing or anything, but it was just really rude. So I've only deleted 2. There are some that are kept, like where they're kept for approval, but I honestly forget to go over there and look at those half the time. But most of those are kept for approval because they're like, the reason why they get kept in that section is because they are ones that are people trying to like get you to look at their websites or follow me because I follow you type of things, and they just get kept there. So I have had some that get kept there, so they don't actually get posted onto my channel or anything like that. So if you've ever commented on my video and it doesn't get posted, it might be because you added a link to it, or for some reason sometimes it just kicks them over to like the spam folder for I'm not sure what reason. So sometimes I'll have to go through there and just let them go through because I don't know why they're like keeping those. But for the most part, I don't really delete comments. I mean, as long as you're not being downright nasty rude, or as long as you're not talking about my family, I have no problem with it. Just be nice and be kind and talk to people like you would want somebody to talk to you. That's the way that I've always taught my kids, and so I feel like that's the same respect I feel like we all deserve. So as long as it's not anything super rude, I let it go through. I don't really care. It's not gonna bother me any. I love constructive criticism. So if you have, like, for example, say today with the eyebrow product, if you have some constructive criticism on how to use it, let me know, because honestly, I don't know everything. I'm still learning. So I think that's what we're all here for, is to learn more, and I'm definitely on the boat for learning more. The next question is, do you block people? No, I blocked one person, and it was the person that left a comment about my family. I blocked that person, but other than that, I don't block anybody. Number 7, have you ever lied about a product to stay on good terms with the brand? No. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I will never lie to you guys. There's no reason to lie. I don't get paid for any of these products that I show you guys. They might send me products, but even then, I've told the people, look, I'm going to be honest. I like to tell people the honest truth. It may just be that the product just didn't work for me because of my skin type, or it might not work for me because of my hair type, or whatever reason. But I'm going to be honest with you guys on how a product works for me. I've never lied. And that's one thing I pride myself on, is that I'm not going to lie. The number 8 says, have you ever initially liked a product when you reviewed it and then changed your mind but didn't let your audience know? I'm sure there have been products that I loved at first, and then after I've used them over a period of time, they've been like, okay, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was. But most of the time you guys have seen that if the product is not good at all, because I'll bring it into an empties or something like that. So I usually let you guys know. Now I'm going to go into Brow. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to deepen up the crease a little bit. The next question is number 9, an influencer you don't trust. For me, I would say anybody who I've actually found out that they've lied about a product. So for example, say they get a product and they don't claim that the video is sponsored, and the video is actually sponsored. To me, that's lying. So, and I think that's actually that you have to say when it's sponsored. So if you're not telling me it's sponsored and then later on come to find out it was a sponsored video, then I don't trust you. But there's no one in particular that I don't trust. It's just like anybody who claims something and then later on you find out that they were lying about the product, or they were lying about the reason why they made the video, then I don't trust you. So, but that goes for anybody in real life. If somebody tells me something and then I find out later that they lied to me, then I'm not going to trust them anymore. So I would think that would be something that's a given for anybody, honestly. I think if you lie to people, it's hard to get people's trust. It's hard to gain people's trust in the first place. So in order to gain trust, you have to be honest. And I think if you can stay honest with everybody, then you have no problems. But once you've lied to somebody, it's hard to gain that trust back. So for me, that's one reason why I never will lie to you guys, because I don't want to have to go through the whole process of, okay, so I lied about this, so now I'm going to tell you the truth. No, I'm just going to tell you like it is, because if I don't like something, I don't like it. If I love something, I love it. If I change my mind about it later on down the road, like I said, 9 times out of 10, you're going to know about it because it'll be in an empties video, and I'll tell you guys about it. So for me, I think that lying is just the worst thing you can do for anybody. So anybody who I have found out that lies, I don't watch them anymore. But there's nobody, like I said, in particular. But anyway, that's basically me. I don't really want to find out that you're lying to me. Influencer you trust the most. I would have to say Jen from Jen Loves Reviews. I trust her opinion on everything. Like almost everything that she uses and loves, I love too. But if there's a reason why she loves something that I don't like, that happens. Or if there's a reason why she hates something that I love, that happens as well. But I trust her because she's very honest and she seems like she can just be so genuine. So Jen from Jen Loves Reviews is one of my most trustworthy. Raw Beauty Christy, I really love Raw Beauty Christy. I feel like she's very trustworthy. There's quite a few, honestly. There's smaller YouTubers as well that I trust. So I have a lot of people that I trust. I could go through my list right now that are my people that I'm subscribed to. And the people that I'm subscribed to, the reason why I'm subscribed to them is because I trust them. So let me see. Let me go through here quick. Let's find a few smaller YouTubers that I trust and that I watch regularly. So Sophia, which is not smaller, she's a pretty huge YouTuber. So Sophia Nygaard, I really trust her. Whoops, I'm playing a video. Let's see, who else? Who's in my subscription feed? So I would say, let's see. Oh, Just Anne. She is very trustworthy. She does a lot of unboxings and stuff, and she is very trustworthy because everything she tells you the truth. She's very blunt. I love that about her. Let me see. Miss Green Eyes, I really like her. I know she had fibbed to us about her weight at one point, but the reason why I feel like she did that is she was really insecure about her weight and everything like that. So I kind of like feel for her about that because I get really insecure about my weight as well. And it's not like she was lying about products or anything. She was basically lying, saying that she was thinner than she was, and it's obvious that it was just an obvious lie. Raven Alexandra, I really like her. I really think she is very trustworthy and honest. I'm going to go into Top Secret, which is the green shade that I really pulled this palette for. I'm going to start putting that in the outer V and bringing it in. I love this green shade. I think it's so pretty. This is such a good palette. Honestly, guys, I really like this palette. And it doesn't have a whole lot of kick up. The pigmentation's really amazing. I am really impressed by this palette. Very, very impressed. Loving it. Gonna go in a little bit more. I like to kind of like tap the color in and then blend it out. That's basically how I like to do my shadows. I know everybody does their shadows a little bit differently, so I just kind of tap it around and then we'll go in and blend. I like to clean my brush off, make sure it's nice and clean, and then just kind of blend it up and in to the crease here and then blend it in. I'm bringing it in a little bit more. I'd like to learn how to do a cut crease. That would be pretty cool. Let's see, who else do I trust? Oh, Leora Loves Makeup 52. I love her. She does a lot of like videos where she does TJ Maxx hauls, or she'll take you to TJ Maxx and show you things. And she is very trustworthy. I think she has got a really awesome YouTube channel. I love her channel. Let me see who else. Oh, Glitzy Fritzy. I love Glitzy Fritzy. That's Mary. She's my friend Mary on YouTube. I love her. She is so sweet. So I love her channel. She is super, super honest as well. And like I said, some of these smaller YouTubers, it's like we have no reason to lie to you because what are we going to gain from lying to you? Honestly, nothing. So, and that's one reason why I really like the smaller YouTubers. Michelle Crawford, I really like her as well. I have a ton, honestly, guys, that I really love and I trust. Number 11, secret tips or product application you don't show while on camera. I think I show you guys everything, honestly. I don't think I have any secret tips. I wish I had some secret tips. Like, that would be awesome, actually. So that way there I could be like, look at this magical thing that I figured out. But I have none. I'm going to go in with coin on my finger. I'm going to tap that on the lid. Look how pretty this is, guys. I mean, like, how could you not love this palette? It's so pretty. This is one reason why this palette has been like, I couldn't put it down this week. And I really should have, because I really should have tried out the other one, which is the, what is this one called? Bling Boss. I should have played with that one as well, but I didn't. So I feel guilty, but at the same time I don't, because I was loving this one so much. So I was like, why? Why would I want to put it down? I love it. It's such a pretty like palette. This looks like money. For some reason it reminds me of like gold coins that you get like for like St. Patrick's Day. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of those fake gold coins you can get. Now I'm going to go in with my pointer finger and I'm going to use VIP. Oh, I just got it up there. We'll have to fix that. You guys, I always make mistakes when I'm doing my makeup, and I leave those little flubs in because I think we can all learn from flubs. We all make mistakes when we're doing our makeup. Where nobody's perfect. A lot of YouTubers just take that part out, which is one thing I like about showing you guys the full process of me getting ready, is because I make mistakes and it's easy to fix if you just take your time and try to fix it. So there, see, it's not as bad now. It's not perfect, but it's not as bad. I'm gonna blend this all in. Okay, so no, I don't have any secret tips. Number 12, have you ever showed one product who are actually using another? No, I'm not even sure how you would do that. That's like, sounds like some sort of Houdini's type of stuff. I'm like, I'm not that magical. I'm not magically delicious. No, I've never done that. I don't even know how you would even do that. Like, how is that possible? I'm showing you this, so what else would I grab? I don't understand how people do that. Like, it seems mind-boggling to me. So now I'm going to use the Colourpop. This is the Overboard shade. I'm going to use this to line my lids. This is nice, but it's not my favorite for sure. It's not my favorite liner. I'm just doing it to add a little bit of color like close to my lash line, because I think that helps make my lashes look fuller. But this is definitely not my favorite. I think I would have gotten, if I would have gotten like more deeper shades, I would have enjoyed those better. But these are just, I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's not a deep enough shade or if I just don't like the formula, but I'm just not loving these. I'm not loving them, but I'm going to use them. But they may end up getting decluttered, just as a little hint. Just as a little hint. They may end up leaving my collection because I told you guys anything that I'm not absolutely in love with is leaving my collection this year, because I'm not keeping things that I don't love. There's no point in keeping things you don't love in your collection. Oh my gosh. See, I just made a mess with it too. Now I'm going to go in with the opposite side on this brush right here. This is my It Cosmetics. This, I don't even know what this brush is called, but it's like slanted on one end and then it's got these little brushy things on the other. I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to put it right in my lash line. I like to just take it and rub it right up against my lashes on the other part, on the other side. I can speak. And I feel like that really does help my lashes look a lot fuller. Oh my gosh, I'm blinking like crazy today. Blinking like crazy. Okay, I don't know what I did with the lid to this now. Oh goodness, I need to put the lid on. Here we go. I was like, oh no, I lost it. Alright, I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm going to use the Physicians Formula. This is the Insta Ready Full Coverage Concealer. Like I said, this is a little bit darker than my actual foundation, so don't be scared. Don't be scared. It'll work. But it's just definitely a little bit darker. Can you tell? Now I'm going to go down here. I'm going to use this to cover up this that didn't get covered. And on the same side, on the other side, the same thing. This is like, would be a really good foundation. Like if they can make a foundation like this, holy smokes, it'd be amazing. Okay. Like look. Look how pretty it looks on the skin too. I'm like, maybe I should just use it as foundation. You only need a little bit of it and it does a really good job covering. Holy smokes, it's some really good concealer. I just think this one's a little bit too dark for me. Other than that, it works amazing. Do you guys see how much better it looks? And it doesn't look bad that it's darker. Honestly, I don't like anything super brightening under my eye in the first place, so for me that works fine. Anything super brightening I think looks a little bit weird in my opinion, for me on my skin. I do like to brighten, but not quite like that. Okay, I'm gonna take whatever's left over and just go down my nose. Make sure that's covered. I've got a lot of freckles on my nose. Not that I want to cover freckles because I think freckles are pretty. And cover over here. There we go. See? It looks good. In my opinion, I think it looks really good. But It's me. Alright, now I'm going to go with my Besame powder. I'm going to use this to set my under eyes. This actually works pretty good to set my under eyes. I had a problem with one of the Besame powders to set my under eyes with, but this one, I've had no problems. I'm going to go in and tap it into my lid here. I've got some in here. It's pink too. So it's like a pinky powder. It looks really good under the eyes in my opinion. I think it looks nice. Hopefully you guys are seeing this up close. I can zoom you in a little bit. So there we go. How's that? Better? I always feel like using your finger does so much of a better job when you're doing anything for under eye work, because I feel like it helps to smooth everything in a lot better. I just think it does better in my opinion than versus, I don't know what's that right there. I don't know what that was. I feel like it just works better. All right, now I'm going to set my face real quick. I'm gonna go in with the L'Oreal Infallible. I'm just gonna spray some of this. And then we're gonna grab our little fan. Grab our fan here and fan it all off. I think that L'Oreal spray smells really good. Okay, so there's that. All right, my hair's looking pretty crazy today. I need to fix it. It's curled, but it hasn't been fixed yet, so we still got to do that part. Now I'm going to go in and highlight my brow bone. Number 13, have you ever not disclosed a sponsorship? I've never had a sponsorship, so honestly, even if I would have had a sponsorship, I would disclose it because first of all, that's the way to do it. Second of all, it's the law. So now we're going to go back into VIP. I'm going to use that to do my brow bone. Yeah, it's, oh my gosh, I just messed up. It's the law, you guys, to actually disclose if you're sponsored in a video. So those people that don't disclose, that's what makes it so hard to trust them people. Because it's like, do you not realize that you're breaking the law by not disclosing these sponsorships? I don't understand. What do you think is going to happen? You think people are just going to congratulate you? No, you have to disclose. So I know a lot of like things now you can actually just put that, like, it makes it easy. They have easier ways to make videos disclose that they're sponsored now, which is nice. Now we're going to go in with the Mighty Contour. This is by Soap & Glory. I don't know if I like this either, guys. I'm not huge into like cream, any type of product, and this is definitely no exception. So I'm going to just tap this down to create my contour. And then do the same thing on the other side. Oh my gosh, I went down too far. Now I'm going to go around the top of my forehead here to contour out here. And yeah, I'm sure there's a way to do this besides using your finger, but you guys know I like using my hands for tools. I need to do the no tool makeup challenge again because, or have I ever done that one? I don't know if I've ever done that one actually. Because I do use my fingers for a lot of my makeup application, so I need to do that again. Or maybe not again, maybe just do it. I'm just not a huge cream product fan. But this, I mean, it doesn't look bad. It just, I don't know why. I just don't like cream products. I mean, this works in very easily and it looks good on the skin in my opinion. But I don't know, something about cream products. Now we'll go in with the cream blush in here. We're going to use a cream and then we're going to use a powder as well. So I'm going to go in with the cream blush. I'm just going to tap that onto my cheek. Tap that onto my cheek. And we're going to pat that in. So if you do have problems with makeup coming off though, the key to helping your makeup last longer is putting a cream and then putting a powder over top, so it will last a lot longer. So this does help with my blush, I know, because I have a problem with my face kind of eating blush sometimes and I'm like, where did that go to? My face was really hungry today. I didn't want makeup. Number 14, have you ever had a bad interaction with a brand? No. Honestly, I mean, I haven't had any bad interactions with any brands. Nothing, but I haven't worked with many brands though either, so I haven't had a bad interaction. I haven't really heard many people have bad interactions with brands, to be honest with you. I think most brands are pretty decent, like, people behind the scenes, so I haven't heard of many people having bad interactions. The only thing I've ever heard really bad was about Lime Crime, and then Lime Crime. What was the one that made the big deal? I don't remember. There was, oh my gosh, Gerard Cosmetics. I heard that they have some not so good things behind the scenes, but I haven't worked with them personally, so I don't know. Now I'm going to go in with my, whoops, sorry guys. I'm going to go in with my palette here. This is the Smashbox. This is the LA Lights palette. So I'm going to use this for my blushers. My blushers. Okay, I'm going to grab a blush brush here. My camera decided to overheat, so hopefully we can get through the rest of this video. I feel like my get ready with readies with me lately have been pretty long, so sorry about that, guys. All right, so I'm going to finish up my under eye look. I need to do that quickly because I feel like we're running out of time here. So I'm going to use back into this palette here. We're going to use the Top Secret shade. We're going to smoke that out a little bit. I don't like it to be like too dark or intense under my eyes, so I don't want to go too crazy. Do the same thing on the other side. And then I'm going to go in with what is that? Secure. I thought I said Secret for some reason. I'm going to go with Secure. Oh, I went down too far. And there we go. There's that. I already curled my lashes, so I was trying to let my camera cool down a little bit, so I curled them. And I'm going to use my Tarte Tarteist mascara. I'm going to use this to do my lashes with. And this works really well for me, actually. I don't think it gives me as much volume as I want, but it definitely gives me length. So you can see the length that it's giving to my lashes. I really like the length. Length, length, length. Alright, so there's that side. We'll come back and do a second coat. What's the next question? Have you ever bandwagoned with other people's thoughts on a particular product? Honestly, no, because I feel like for me, I like to make my own decision up about products, which is why even if I've watched somebody else's YouTube video, I like to kind of clear my mind of everything before I start using a product, because I want to see if I'm going to enjoy it. Because how does it work for me? The reason why I like to do that is because for me, I wouldn't want somebody else's opinion about, like, say for example, we were in a public location and you heard something bad about me. I wouldn't want that person's opinion of me to affect you, to affect, you know what I'm saying, your thoughts on me. So I look at products the same way. I don't look at people in a way, anything I hear about people, I don't judge them on that. I have to actually see it or know it myself. So that's why I like to try products out and give them my thorough opinion on them, because I feel like if I haven't tried it, I can't judge it. So I don't bandwagon whatsoever on people's thoughts or opinions on products. Like a lot of people don't like to use certain brands. I don't do that because I feel like there's so many makeup brands out there. You use what you want to. You don't have to use anything that you don't like, but at the same time, if you are not using it just because somebody else said you shouldn't use it, then that's not a good reason. I think everybody has their own thoughts and opinions that they need to like figure out before you decide you don't like something. So I do not bandwagon. I was trying to open this blush palette up. Oh my gosh, it was like really hard to open. I'm gonna go into Rich Coral and we're gonna put that onto my cheeks. I feel like that'll go the best with this orangey looking eye, because most of these shades in this palette is very pinky, so this will go the best with it. I like to bring my blush up pretty high. You guys know I'm a little bit of a blusher fan. I like to take it everywhere. I've seen where people are taking it on their chin. I'm like, okay, I can do that because I already take it down my nose. I like the look of it on your nose because I feel like it gives you almost that sun-kissed look. Like it looks like you went to the beach and like got a little suntan, and I like that. Now I'm going to go in with my highlight. I'm going to use the Pat McGrath palette. This is the Pat McGrath, what is this called? I think it's called the Sublime or something like that. Yep, Sublime Skin Highlighting Trio. So I like these colors, but I don't love them. My favorite out of the two are these two right here. This one's pretty, but I think the color shift to it is a little bit strange for me, so I'm not sure I love that one. I'm going to use my e.l.f. This is the highlighting brush, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to go in and mix this one and this one. I like to mix my colors. And I'm going to put that on. That's so pretty. mix and put that on. I like the way it looks. You can definitely see the bronziness to it, but it's not anything that's crazy. So I'll use this one on the inner corner just to show you the color shift to it. So it's definitely got like a purple blue color shift. You see it? I'm not sure I love that for the cheeks, but it's fine for an inner corner. So there's where we're going to use it. We're going to use it on the inner corner. So that is everything there. Now we're going to go with our lip palettes. We're going to go in and create a lip color. And we're going to answer the last question on here. It says, things other creators do that get on your nerves. Other creators do. I would say apologizing a lot. I don't like when people apologize like about their backgrounds, about their hairstyle, about anything. Just don't apologize. I mean, life's too short. If your hair doesn't look perfect, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So I think just be yourself. That's all you have to do. I'm going to go in and create a shade. I'm going to use this green here. We're going to start with green. I think my camera's going to overheat again. Let's see if we can get this on quick. These are pretty thick when you're putting them on. But I'm going in lightly. I don't want it super green. Okay, there's the green. Now I'm going to go in with this purple. It sounds like a crazy color combination, but it works. For some reason, I like it. I am like the messiest lipstick applicator person. I'm gonna put a little bit more green. I feel like we lost some of the green. I'm just gonna rub it across and then we're gonna put it together. I'm cleaning my brush off as I go so it's not like mixing the colors in the palette. There it is. I think it looks better in person, honestly, than it does on camera, but in person it looks good. So there is today's Get Ready With Me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Here is my final look. Let me know, what do you think? I think it turned out fine. It's not beautiful, but it's fine. It works, right? Let me know. And if you have any other tags or something you want me to do in next week's Get Ready With Me, let me know, because I think this is a good way to kind of chat with you guys as well. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, your opinions on anything that you'd love to let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.